Why are millions of Americans still waiting to receive their $1,403 stimulus payment? According to CNN, there are millions of people that are eligible to receive a third stimulus payment, but still have not received their money. It is definitely concerning to see so many of you still waiting for your stimulus check to arrive. So there was a large amount of Americans that did have their stimulus payments directly deposited into their bank accounts or sent in the mail without them having to take any action. Now the majority of you should not need to take any further action to receive a third stimulus payment. Everyone, please make sure that the IRS has the correct banking information on file. The IRS will have the current bank details from most people who submitted a 2019 or 2020 tax return, or from those who entered their bank details on their non-filer registration in 2020. I've been getting some comments where they found out that the IRS does not have the correct bank account information for them. According to a new note posted on the IRS's Get My Payment Frequently Asked Question page, the bank account information a person has on file with the IRS cannot be changed. The IRS says that if it sends your third stimulus check to the bank account it has on file for you, and that account has been closed or the bank account details are invalid, the bank will automatically return the funds to the IRS. The agency would then have to mail a physical check to you at the address they have on file for you. This means you'll still get your stimulus check, but it could be delayed by weeks, as the IRS needs to get the money back from the bank first, and then the U.S. Postal Service has to get you the funds. So it is possible that some of you don't have the correct banking info on file with the IRS, and are now going to get a check in the mail. Some of you may receive the message, "Payment status not available," when checking the IRS site. If you get this message, either we have not yet processed your payment, or you are not eligible for a payment, the IRS said. If this message is appearing, please make sure you meet the requirements for the money. You must have a Social Security number that is valid for employment and are a U.S. citizen or a U.S. resident alien. Some of you may have also moved, and that is why your stimulus check is being delayed. The process to claim any missing stimulus money is tied up with your tax return. If you get a tax refund this year and you don't sign up for direct deposit, you'll receive your funds as a paper check from the U.S. Treasury. You need to make sure that your check doesn't go to an old address. Even if you have a direct deposit account on file with the government, it's possible you may receive your third stimulus check as a paper check or as an EIP card. People have reported receiving the first payment through direct deposit and the second as an EIP card. Once the IRS processes your payment, the final say in how you receive the money is up to the IRS and Treasury. Now you want to make sure you get the IRS letter verifying when it sent your payment. This is important for anyone who may be eligible for a stimulus check, but is experiencing an unexpected holdup receiving their stimulus money. This IRS notice will be your ticket to settling any errors or submitting a claim for missing money if you don't end up receiving your stimulus payment at all. I do have some good news, everyone. Senators are still urging President Joe Biden to pass recurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance extensions tied to economic conditions. Lawmakers have sent multiple letters to Biden in support of monthly stimulus checks for Americans. Do you think the American people should receive a stimulus check each month until the crisis is completely over? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. An earlier letter to President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris from 53 representatives said, "Recurring direct payments until the economy recovers will help ensure that people can meet their basic needs, provide equitable solutions, and shorten the length of the recession. A fourth round of stimulus checks is definitely coming, everyone, which is really great." Leave any questions in the comments below. That is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to enter the $50 Amazon gift card giveaway by subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and commenting below.
Oh, great. So as many of you know, if you haven't been able to catch up on the news, if you've been at work, we have had, or rather the Biden administration unveiled its Build Back Better infrastructure proposal. Now, here are some of my initial thoughts on the proposal. I think that the scope of what the Biden administration has laid out is very encouraging, and it's admirable. The vision that they put down, and going so far as to talk about land use, to talk about billions of dollars in rail, in EVs, in making sure that we're putting EV charging stations across the country, to make sure that we are making investments in Amtrak, in public transit, in roads, bridges, care, etc., is really important. However, I think the vision is good. I think we can make it broader, but even if you have the vision that the Biden administration has put forward, my concern is that they have allocated $2.25 trillion over about 8 years to act out on this vision. And it's just not enough. If we actually want, in good faith, to make this vision and the commitments that they've put down happen, we need a more robust investment. I have real serious concerns that 2.25 trillion over 8 years is not going to get us there. And for context, because people may say, oh my gosh, that sounds like a big number. You know, what is that? And we see these big numbers thrown around and we don't know, what to toss around. One allocation that we saw was about $40 billion for public housing nationwide, right? That's part of in the plan. For context, NYCHA, the New York City, Housing Authority, already needs about $40 billion just to get up to code and just to get to the point where we're making up for the underinvestment during Republican Congresses and administrations. And so we need a lot more than 40 billion if we're going to go and make these investments across the country. And that's just getting NYCHA up to code. That's not including new build. That's not including actually leapfrogging these buildings and retrofitting them to green standards. That's to make sure that these horrifying things that we see every winter, where our residents in NYCHA don't have hot water, and where you see that their apartments are just not in a humane condition, that's just to get it up to in relatively acceptable zone. And so to talk about the context of what we need, that's why we need so much more. And so I agree. I am encouraged by the vision laid down by the Biden infrastructure plan, but I'm concerned that the numbers that they've allocated won't get us to that vision that they themselves have agreed to. So I'm going to be hard at work, making sure that we get those mechanisms up. And to make sure that we include things like the Green New Deal for public housing, and also make